selling at a convention it requires a very specific set of skills, I think. So let's talk about that idea of how do you sell a book to someone at a convention. And Jen, when we were talking about this, you talked about the idea of making it an experience. So I was wondering if you would start us off with that.
I believe I learned this from Ed Greenwood. He was the first person I co-wrote a book with and signed with. People come to conventions for experiences. They come to support you as an author or an editor, but what they want is to get something they can't get on Amazon or can't get in a brick and mortar store. What they want is a conversation with the editor, the author. They want you just to talk with them and just share a little bit. They want a connection. And I try to approach every potential customer as someone who could be a friend. And I have gained a lot of friends and people who are like, well, tell me which books are the new ones. I'll buy them. They don't even care what the books are at this point. What they want is that connection with me as an author or editor, and they know they like what they read. And in some cases, they may not even read it. I don't know. It's just I try to make every conversation something that they can remember. I offer to sign things, even ebooks, and we'll get into that later. And if I remember them, and you know, occasionally I have to apologize, I don't. I meet thousands of people a year. You know, I ask them how they are. I ask them about their game. I ask them about their book. And if they wanted to get into a whole protracted conversation, I kind of shift them slightly to the side so that I can keep talking with them while being a business person. And so they want a connection. And I think that's the biggest thing that people want today at conventions is a connection with the author or editor. One of the customer experience things I want to impress upon authors when we talk about introverts is please stand. Please engage with the potential customer. So many authors who they're introverts. They don't know how to put themselves out there. They sit behind their table and they fold their hands up and they either don't make eye contact or they look up with this kind of terrified, oh God, please love me look. But they don't engage. They don't stand. Josh Voigt, who I had hoped would be on this panel, is a master at this. He actually stands in front of his table to engage with the customer and talk close one-on-one. I stand, and you know, it's not great on the knees because I'm sit, stand, sit, stand, sit, stand. And I talk and I watch their body language and I look at the eyes and see if do they just want to read the backs of the book and leave them alone, or are they looking for a conversation? And one of the ways to make this easier is to be able to pitch your book in a very short amount of time. Peter M. Ball's Flotsam trilogy. It's supernatural gangsters in Australia trying to stop Ragnarok from happening. There you go. That is basically what the story is about. And that catches them. That catches them. Or they'll shake their head and then you can move on. But stand, engage, be on their same level. And if it's a child who comes to the side of the table, you know, you can hunker down and talk to them. And because I do a lot of young adult stuff. But it's act like you actually want to talk to them. Pretend you're that kind of person. You know, it's role playing. Pretend you're the person who wants to get out there. And then, you know, take 5 minutes away from the table later to recharge. But that is the one thing that I really want to put out there is you need to put your body language forward to say, I want you here. I want to talk to you. I want to engage with you.